In this segment, I'm going to take a look at the overview window and also the how to use the pan function. So basically, if we pop over to the Digitizer desktop, the overview window can be found with this button here, and so I'll go ahead and click on that now. And what you can see is it brings this small window which gives us an entire view of all of the elements of the embroidery on our screen. Now you can see here in the overview window, this white box is basically the zoom area that's currently shown on your workspace. So for example, if I type in Z on my keyboard, I get a little closer, and notice that the zoom area, the white box in the overview window, has become smaller and is specifically showing the area that's, in other words, let's just zoom in even closer. I'm going to type B for box, and I'll draw a little box right around the bunny's face. So now you can see that we're quite zoomed in on the bunny, and we can't see all of the elements of our embroidery design in our screen, but in the overview window we can still see all of the different elements that I had created as part of this little demonstration. And so for example, if I want to, I can click on the white screen that's the white box that's over the bunny's face, and I can move that, and when I move it, it'll actually show the different location within the design. So the overview window helps you to give a perspective of the entire design, and you can use this to zoom area to move around within your overview window. There's another way you can use the basically pan around a design while you're zoomed in, and that function is found under the View drop-down menu, and it's called Pan, and the shortcut key is P for Pan. Now when I choose Pan, notice right away that my mouse, which is normally an arrow, became a hand. The hand, I can click and drag and move the design around in my screen, and so you'll notice the little white box follows. So if I click and drag, I can pan around in my screen, and basically once I turn the panning tool on, it'll stay on until I push escape on my keyboard, and then it turns off. So now I don't have panning on any longer, and I would be able to, I guess, select objects or whatever I would like to do. But if I'd like to start panning again, I just type P on my keyboard, and I can click and drag to pan around. And of course, the overview window gives me the perspective of the whole design. So, and again, once you start that panning function, you need to use the escape key to let go. So that's a little bit more about how you can use the overview window to browse your designs and see more of the design when you're zoomed in, and also the panning function that you can use to easily sort of move around the screen while you're nice and zoomed in like this.